Hey everybody, it's Ben Huey with FGMO Products in Miami, Florida, and today I'm going to give you guys another update on my aquaponics garden. Alright, it's today is August 28th and the sun's getting ready to go down. It's probably about 6:15 or so, and we just had our first cold front come through. Doesn't mean it's cold because it's still hot, but it's just not unbearably hot. So I'll tell you what's been going on with my garden here. Alright, so the strawberries that were there died. What happened was I tried to, you see how it's kind of like indented in there? Well, I was trying to like fill it in with some hydrogen and make it to where, you know, it was like growing level with the rest of everything else. And the leaves ended up sticking to the hydrogen and it ended up suffocating them. So I lost that strawberry plant, and the same thing happened with the one over in the other grow bed over there. But this one here is doing really well. It's got a third leaf on it now, and I'm imagining pretty soon it will start just like pumping out leaves like crazy, because it's doing just like the rest of the plants in here do, throwing out a massive root system and then putting out leaves. You know, point in hand is the basil that I planted. Remember I told you guys to keep an eye on it, that it was going to start going crazy? Well, let me show it to you. Alright, this is the one I showed you that was back in the back, and you see how tall it's got. It's got flowers on the top of it. These are just going crazy. These are the ones that the caterpillars got back when I still had corn in this thing, and I mean, I'll let the plants speak for themselves. It's been harvested off of a couple of times. You can see, hold on, let me see if I can find some. You can see it's been clipped here. It's been clipped there. Let's see, where else? It's been clipped in a few places. Same with this one. Same with the ones in the back. People have been making pesto with them. I put some in some pasta the other day. In fact, my roommate, hold on, airplane. I gotta love it, right? In fact, my roommate had taken some to one of her colleagues, and she made some basil tea. I don't know, I never heard of that, but you know, whatever. One of the things that's happened that I'm pretty happy about is that these apple melons, I've harvested 2 of them, and they're different. They're definitely not like regular watermelons in the fact that, first of all, the flesh is white. All the seeds are contained in the middle like a cucumber, and you just kind of spoon them right out. It's like a pumpkin meets a apple meets a watermelon. And the flesh was, it wasn't like really sweet, but it had a nice taste to it. Very different. The rind was a little bit sour, but once you know, you see how this one's green? When they start turning yellow is when they're really ripe. You can see this one is starting to turn yellow on the bottom. That's when they're ripe, is when they start turning yellow. And then you can't really taste the rind at all. And you know, I talk about the rind, it's more like a skin. It's very thin, and only when it's not all that ripe can you really taste the bitterness of it. But I was very happy with the melon. I got this vine growing out here. This is all from one plant. You can see there's a melon growing here and a melon growing there. I had to cut back my regular watermelons because, first of all, it was too hot. Second of all, they were getting infested with worms. And I looked on the internet, and I guess I can use biological controls, and it is still considered organic. So I got some of that BT, the Bacillus thuringius or whatever it is, and sprayed that on there. And it works. You know, I found a couple of worms, but they were definitely not alive. They ate some of my leaves, but They didn't get into my watermelons, and they're not reproducing. So who knows? Let's see, what else is going on? I had a friend give me this pineapple. This is a wild pineapple. I'm not sure exactly where he got it from, but it's been growing in his yard for like, I don't know, like 10 years he's had these things growing. So I'm not worried about them being GMO. He tells me that it's going to take 3 years before it'll produce a melon, and after that, or I'm sorry, produce a pineapple, and then every 2 years after that. So we'll see what happens. The other day I knew that there was a cold front coming, so I took a whole bunch of lettuce and spinach and all kinds of other stuff that was coming up around the corner, and I just tossed it into my grow beds. I'm getting some little sprouts here and there. There's one there. There's one there. That's a tomato right there. I don't know how it got all the way over here, but it did. A couple more sprouts here, another sprout there. There's sprouts all over the place. You know, just everywhere you look is a sprout. There's some, where is it, in the viewfinder? Here it is, that's parsley. I believe that these are little tiny sprouts of this, which, if I'm not mistaken, is jalapeno pepper. If I am mistaken, please leave me a comment and let me know. These guys used to be doing really well until the tube clogged up and I had to take them out to, you know, like thin out the roots a little bit and let the water flow through again. You can see it's kind of wanting to right now. I've learned that if I take this clothes hanger with the hook on the end of it and I stick it down in there and just kind of jostle it around, then you know, it loosens it right up and the water starts flowing again, so I don't have to take it out anymore. But you know, I mean, this whole thing is a learning experience. So yeah, that's that. I put a little tomato on the top. You see that right there, and another little tomato down here, just because I wanted to see how it would grow. This right here is oregano that I planted. You can see a few more sprouts, stuff coming up. We'll have to keep our eyes on that, see what happens. This is dill that I planted. You remember when I was talking about the Simon and Garfunkel song, the parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme? That was, and don't worry, I won't sing very often. That was when I planted this dill. So, you know, it was just a couple weeks ago. You can see it's poked its head up and it's starting to come out. These are the green onions. I think that's another jalapeno. I'm not sure. Don't get mad at me if it's not. This didn't grow, and that didn't grow. I don't know what it was. I don't know why it didn't grow. This has sprouted. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. That's sprouted. All of this apple melon in here, this is the vine that I got those two from. But this is one vine that comes around here all the way down. You can see it all the way up here. It comes back around, and there's the tip of it there. I think it's mad at me and trying to take over. I'm not so sure. I'm happy that it's doing that though. So yeah, and it comes around here, goes all the way up here. There's one growing there. I harvested those two. One was here, the other one was here. There's a stub, or a stump, I don't know what you call it. And sometimes they don't really grow right. They turn all yellow and like that, so I just take them and throw them off. You know, I don't have time to worry about it. I got a bunch more peppers growing. There's some more oregano, some green onions, more peppers. There's some green peppers, or maybe those might be the orange ones too. I don't remember exactly. You know, you've seen how I plant seeds. I just throw them in there. So it might be, it might not be. I'm not sure. A new development that that's been happening is this tree right here. It's a fruit from South America called a Spanish lime, and or they call it a mamoncillo, and it's pretty good. There's a big seed in it, and you have to like almost suck the fruit off of it, suck the meat off the seed. But you know, it takes you like 15 minutes to eat one, so you know, you get 20 of them and you're eating them all day long. But we took some seeds and we put them in here, and they grew. So we did it again. We have 2 trays of Mamoncillo seeds, or sprouts, that my roommate is going to have to put into a pot because I'm not dealing with it. That's her issue. Let's see. What else is going on? I'm waiting on Eric to come pick up his aquaponic system, Eric Guzman, aka the Merry Monk of Love. You can check out his blog and his life circumstances at www.themerrymonk.com. He also goes on a show called The Jeff Adams Show. Plug him too at thejeffadamsshow.tv. And I don't know, I can't think of anything else. If you guys have any questions or comments, concerns, or any ways that I can improve my products, let me know. You can leave a comment. You can send me an email at bhughey, H-U-G-H-E-Y. That's B-H-U-G-H-E-Y at FGMOproducts.com. You can send me a message on Facebook. Just search for FGMO Products, all one word, on Facebook, and you'll see my page. And until the next time, know your farmer, know your food, happy planting, and FGMO Products.